I made $317 on a stock trade this week, or an options trade, that could have been $2,100 profit or a $2,500 profit if I had just done a couple things differently. By the way, new policy here: if you're new to this channel, you want to learn how to invest and make money and retire early, if you're not following me and you leave a comment below or you DM me, I'm not going to respond. It's just one way that I set boundaries and prevent people from taking advantage. This is part 19 of my weekly series where I show you how much money I made selling covered calls. I don't think I'm going to be selling covered calls on HIMS stock anymore. It's just way too volatile. Even if the news is like not bad, the stock just gets completely crushed. I think a better move for me with HIMS is going to be to swing trade the stock, not sell covered calls, because I end up getting locked in on these positions that have been, I mean, this is part 19, and HIMS has been traded every single week with very good, almost all the time, like very good results. It's just recently, it's becoming too volatile. Let's take a look. First, we'll just do the whole video. I had HIMS, I made $317. Now, this is a position that I purchased not on Monday, but the previous Monday, and I was waiting for the stock to go up. On Monday, the calls weren't worth very much. On Tuesday, they weren't worth very much. On Wednesday, the stock started to climb back up a little bit, and I said, now seems like a good time to pick one that will expire on Friday. I'll make a decent amount of money on the options premium, which was around $317. Now, the previous week, I made $800. So, you know, you're still making money, so I wasn't upset about it. But we'll get into what happened in a second. SoundHound, I made $337 or 4.5%. QuantumScape, 6%, or $298. D-Wave, 6.2%. This was a very volatile stock that did very well this week. Oscar Health, 2.3%, and Enphase, 2.6%. My position in SoundHound will be assigned, or was assigned, so I'm getting back my $7,300 there. QuantumScape did not close over $16.50, so I keep these shares. The stock went down to like $15.36, which is no big deal. I'll sell covered calls on this one again next week. D-Wave closed at $38.33, so I'm assigned on this, which means I get back my $10,000. Enphase did not get assigned, but it closed close to my strike at $36.56, so I'll sell calls on this one again. And Oscar Health, I don't think got assigned either. It closed at $19.39. So I keep these shares. I can sell more calls on them next week. Now let's talk about this one. Earlier on in the week, HIMS was getting a lot of articles written about some new product launches, and a lot of institutional buyers were coming in. That's very bullish on the stock. A lot of big money was piling into the company, and that pushed the stock up like crazy. Remember where I said it was Wednesday morning? I made $317. I said, oh, I'm pretty happy with that. Literally 2 hours later, I checked the stock, and it was like $65. I purchased it at $58.55. It was $65. I looked at the premiums, and they were $535 per contract. I have 400 shares. That's 4 contracts. That's $2,100 profit that I could have made if I had just waited 1 or 2 more hours. So, of course, if we knew it was going to happen like that, we would have just waited the 2 hours. So you can be frustrated and you can be mad, but there's not really anything you could have done differently. You know, it is what it is. Still made money. Then HIMS stock went into free fall. The stock dropped $9 or 15%, closing at $49.78. Look at this thing, from 65 to 49. Why did HIMS drop so hard? Because the CEO sold some shares. That's it. But how does Wall Street react to this, or how do retail investors react to this? They react to this as, oh my God, it's bad news. What does he know? Why is he selling? What's happening to the company? It's insider trading. It's almost always not. It's almost always, you know, he's up. He's going to take $11 million, which is what he took out of it. He sold $11 million worth of shares, 175,000 shares, and that it wasn't because of any like sneaky thing. It was just part of a preset investment plan, not a sudden decision. He probably just wants another yacht, or a mega mansion, or a couple fancy new cars. It's no big deal. But the stock dropped 15%. Now I'm stuck holding 400 shares at $58, where it's now $49. Now, Because I've been investing in trading for 20 years, this is nothing new to me. Every time a CEO sells their a position, stock tanks, and then it goes right back up. So I'm not particularly worried. But what I'm noticing now is this stock is way too volatile for the overall, like compared to the overall markets. What I think is a better move for me is to just trade it. If I was in at 58, 55, and it shot up to 65 as a trade, I would have hit sell so fast and I would have taken those profits. And most likely, I would have probably sold around 63. I'm not trying to time the top. No one can do that. I would have just been like, wow, this thing went up really quick, I'm out. And then I would have been out. It would have dropped to 49. I would have had all that capital that I could have used to purchase back the stock if I wanted to. I didn't do that. So I think when it gets back up to 58, 55, which could be in a couple days or a couple of weeks, that sucks for me because it's $23,420 that's tied up in this thing. When I get that money back, then I think I'm going to start trading it instead of selling covered calls. So I spent a total of $36,000 this week, plus the $23,000 from HIMS a week or two ago, for a total of $59,813, and I made $1,939 or 3.2% on my money. So pretty good week overall, except for this shit.